Hey, my gorgeous Capricornians, Happy New Year 2024. What an incredible month you are going to have. The month of January is most certainly going to blow you away with how many things are gonna be happening. It's like, oh my God. Let me tell you something. The month of January is the month of your personal transformation. Your personal transformation is going to begin right at the beginning of this absolutely wonderful month. Your number is number 14, 1-4. Oh my God. Not only this signifies the fact that you are going to have one of the most powerful transformations of your entire life. Not only that, but you're also going to make such an incredible steps, very important steps before the end of this month. These steps which you are going to make, all I can say to you, you will make the right decisions, you will make the right steps towards your own personal security. You are going to do something really important about this specific idea which you've had for a while. Now the month of January, the wonderful month of January 2024, my gorgeous Capricornians, it's most certainly going to rub off on you in the best possible way, because this important idea which you've had for a while, you could not do anything about it whatsoever. You could have, but you didn't, because you didn't feel that the time was right. Many times you just really didn't know what to do about it because you felt like, you know, your hands were tied behind your back and it just wasn't the right time. This is like pretty much so your very powerful sign and indication that all this was meant to take place and it was meant to start to happen and unfold in the best possible way as of the beginning, from the beginning of January 2024. What are you gonna do? Oh my God, you know what I mean? What are you gonna do? You're gonna be following your own vision, and this is when we are the best. This is when we get the most out of this life, the most out of this spiritual journey, my gorgeous Capricornians. So this month is gonna be absolutely amazing. And don't forget the fact that January is the first month of the year. So it's like the number one, it's connected to number one. So we are benefiting from this energy throughout the month of January, which is absolutely brilliant. So when it comes to number one and how we benefit from that energy, it's like, ooh la la, we have more energy that we normally have. You will have more energy that you would normally have. You will be much more braver. And all that is going to contribute towards you really pretty much so from the first of January, coming out of your shell. Pay attention to what is going to happen on the very 1st of January, my gorgeous Capricornians. Pay attention to what is going to happen on the very 1st of January. How silly you're going to feel. But when I say silly, you know, suddenly you will want to do silly things, but I mean that in a good way. Sometimes we need to be silly. Sometimes we have to be silly. And you'll do something so silly, something that you've never done, something that you would never do. But this is so important, my gorgeous Capricornians, because it's a very good sign that, you know, you are coming out of something really bad, something really negative. So the whole new stage is most certainly about to begin. Absolutely brilliant. Like, oh my God, my gorgeous Capricornians, I'm so excited for you. Okay. And also, like, for example, when it comes to, like, you know, like health and nutrition, also fantastic. You are about to turn the whole new page, baby. From the beginning of January, you're also going to, I'm not saying that you weren't doing this before, but you're already going to start like thinking about your health, and you're going to start focusing a lot like on you know, natural things, you know, and things like that. And this is brilliant. And I'm not saying that you weren't doing it, but I'm just saying that this is going to be one of the main focuses that you actually are going to have. And this is brilliant. Another sign that you came out of something very dark and very negative, you know, indeed. But so you are are going to be focusing a lot also on your health and nutrition, on your fitness and things like that. And if you have been doing all these things all this time, that's absolutely fine. It's just now there are more things that you are going to become aware of, and there are more things that you're going to start doing as well, which is absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. And when it comes to your health in general, what I was going to suggest you very strongly to keep on taking natural zinc picolinate. I highly recommend to boost your immune system and keep going with that. So it would be like what I normally say, it's like a natural zinc picolinate. It would be vitamin D3 in combination with K2, which is going to help with absorption. And it's also another thing that I highly recommend you. It would be like a must, which is like a camu camu, organic camu camu powder, or organic camu camu capsules. I mean, this is brilliant, my gorgeous Capricornius, because this is indeed going to boost your immune system. Every single time when you take like a natural vitamins and natural supplements, always make sure that they're 100% natural, without any unnecessary ingredients and without any unnecessary fillers. Because I do see that you are going to need something like to kind of boost your immune system throughout the months of January. I think January, February and March, all these months, these 3 months are going to be ever so important when it comes to you trying to find the ways, how you can actually boost your immune system. And of course, by that, I mean naturally, of course. So this is something I highly recommend you. And if you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Capricornius, or not. So now I'm going to start with the very first month that I think it's going to be rather important. You see, this is fantastic. This is fantastic because the first, on the very 1st of January, what is actually going to happen now, you are gonna get some kind of information. You are gonna get some kind of a message here. And with other words, you're going to become aware of the fact, all I can describe this is something that was worrying you, something really specific that was, oh my God, it was worrying you, it was driving you nuts, for so long, a specific problem. Something that was worrying you to the point where your own happiness started to be affected, where you started to kind of see things in like a really dark way. And this happens when there is a persistent problem that we are dealing with, but we are not dealing with that problem really successfully because we need to wait for the certain amount of time to actually pass until we see the certain results, and then kind of like go through the new reflection through, with our own spirit. But the bottom line is that, at the beginning of January, you're already, my gorgeous Capricornius, you are going to have an information and message, and you will know it's to do about the specific problem. That something is gonna come to an end here, something like, you're gonna be so delighted. But before you have this message, you're already gonna be very intuitive. Listen to me very carefully. Even before you have this information and message, which is gonna open your eyes and it's gonna make you aware of just that, before you get that message and information, you're already gonna be ridiculously intuitive. You're gonna be very, very intuitive. And when it comes to the whole month of January, this is your time, of course, my gorgeous Capricornius. So you are going to be intuitive throughout the whole month of January. So even before you get this message, you're already going to be like, oh, something is going to happen. Something is going to happen. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I can't explain it, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So you're already going to feel absolutely brilliant before that. You're going to see that, you're going to feel that something is literally coming. And then you are going to get this message, information, and you're gonna be so delighted. So what you were kind of like knowing, what you were aware of, like it's coming, most certainly you are going to have that confirmed. Now this is indeed going to put you like in such a mode where you are gonna be kind of a little bit surprised, taken back in a good way, but you are gonna be, almost as if like you did not think that this is gonna happen as quick. But however, you're gonna be thrown out of balance a little bit, and you're gonna, not in a bad way, in a good way, because now you're gonna realize, oh my God, I need to see like how things going to change, because you're gonna start thinking about the certain adjustments, and you're gonna start thinking about the certain priorities. And then what is going to happen, my gorgeous Capricornius? You are really going to, you're going to be thinking about the specific direction here. Now, the specific direction that you're going to be thinking about, you were prevented to do it before. You were prevented to follow that before. You were prevented from starting this before. Just remember that you are going to be, when you go into this mode, like, oh my God, I need to think what I'm going to do now. This is going to be good. It's going to feel amazing, because it's a lot to do with your passion and what you're passionate about. So now you will know that, you know, something really imminent is going to come up. The actual path that you, direction that you couldn't, you know, do before. Now you're going to realize, oh my God, I need to make a really important decision. This decision is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Listen to me very carefully. It's to do with a certain direction. It's to do with a certain path that you wanted to go on for a while now, but you couldn't because that bad thing was still kind of like around you, and it was clouding the air, and you just could not see on the other side. So this is why you are about to start seeing things, my gorgeous Capricornius, crystal clear. So indeed, you are going to make an important decision based on the certain path, based on the certain direction, and it couldn't have happened at a better time. This is all happening, you know, on the 1st of January, and the next few days in between the 1st of January and the 5th of January, things are going to be so interesting. Do you know that you're going to realize how clever you actually are? And you're also going to realize something about yourself that you're not using. And this in itself is going to be in between the 1st and the 10th of January. You're going to realize something really specific about yourself that you're absolutely great at and you're not using. You need to honestly consider this almost immediately. You need to understand its importance, because this is who you are, and this is also ultimately going to open the new door to you in February you never knew actually existed. On the very 14th of February, to be quite honest with you, on the 14th of February, yes, I know I'm talking about February now, the months after January, obviously, there are going to be the door which are going to be open for you never knew existed, and this is when you're going to find out and discover so much about yourself, you know. So this is like going to be like, oh my Lord, one thing is literally going to lead into another. But going back to the 1st of January, when I say, I hope this is not too confusing, and I really hope that I'm not too confusing, and I'm sorry if I'm too confusing, you know. Maybe I talk too fast sometimes, maybe I'm too crazy sometimes, maybe my hands are like all around the ceiling sometimes, do you know what I mean? But it's just basically, I do give like the honest information which you really should follow, because it is going to make your life so much more meaningful. And I'm not saying that your life is not meaningful, but this is important. When I said on the 1st of January that there is going to be the path that you're going to find yourself on, you know, direction and the path, and you're going to need to make a very important decision here. The decision that you're going to make, it's also at that moment in time going to start a healing process. Something physically that was bothering you for a while, it's going to start healing as well. And most certainly, or at around the 15th of January, you are going to be aware of that already. But on another note, when it comes to that direction and path that I was talking about, sorry, I'm constantly, when it comes to that path, you know, already 1, 2, 3, 4 in April already, this is going to start paying off for you in April, like big time. This is already going to start paying for you in April, like a big time. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. I mean, all I can say to you, it's like literally you've been waiting for this for a long time. So now things are about to start happening in your life indeed. Another thing I was going to recommend you, my gorgeous Capricornius, would be absolutely fantastic Indian bloodstone. I mean, how gorgeous this baby is. Indian bloodstone, very powerful crystal indeed. I don't think many people understand understand or realize how powerful this crystal is, because it does have the ability to energize you, to re-energize you. It does have ability to boost immune system. It does have the ability to balance your emotions perfectly, and it does have ability to help people and to support, you know, healthy and long life as well. Bloodstone is a very, very powerful, you know, crystal, and also when you wear a bloodstone, my God, it protects you in a very, very specific ways. When it comes to, like, you know, dark entities, dark energy, or people who are up to no good whatsoever, it protects you, and it's a very powerful little protector. But also on another note, when you wear a bloodstone, you become very, very passionate about things you should be passionate about. So if you feel like that there is a balance that's missing in your life with something, or you are just not happy with things, enough with things you should be happy about, you know, bloodstone really kind of help you to tap into things again and to return to yourself. When you lose yourself, when you feel sad, when you feel lonely, when you feel like really dark and negative, when you're going through something really difficult, bloodstone is absolutely brilliant indeed, my gorgeous Capricornians. This is something that I highly recommend you to wear. This gorgeous bloodstone comes with an Indian bloodstone, comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. The next important date, my gorgeous Capricornians, it's going to be on the 11th of January. On the 11th, sorry. A little burp, 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 little 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 burp, 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 burp. I'm sorry, my gorgeous Capricornians, that's the new mix, a remix. Little burp, 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 little burp, 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 burp. Honestly, on the 11th of January, I'm in one of those moods, baby. I'm in the mood for dancing, romancing. Oh my god, my god. Okay, 11th of January, the next important date, it's going to be on the 11th of January. I love this so much. On one hand, beautiful, a gorgeous, a spiritual experience. On the 11th of January, you are going to have a gorgeous, you know, a beautiful, a spiritual experience, which is like going to a really kind of this beautiful spiritual experience which you are going to have on the 11th of January, it's gonna be really beneficial for you, because it's going to help you to move on with an open mind. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant, because that in itself means that a very specific balance, it's about to be restored. Okay, very important indeed. And also when it comes to the 11th of January, you're also, my gorgeous Capricornians, are going to have a really fantastic accomplishment. I love this so much. Not only you're going to have this fantastic accomplishment, but this is really, really personal to you. This is to do with something extremely personal to you, my gorgeous Capricornians. And on top of that, you are going to be facing a very, very interesting possibilities and options here. The possibilities and options that you are going to be facing are going to be so brilliant, because it's a lot to do with you not needing to worry about money or financial situation after this moment in time, you know, because it's going to be, what are you going to, the option that you will go for, it's like a basically, you know, there's a few different very, very interesting options that you are going to have now, but there is a one specific one, and that all of these options are going to be like big mamas. You're going to love these options. They're going to be very, very interesting. But one specific option is going to be something that it's going to, oh my God, feel different. One specific option is something that you've been waiting for a long time. One specific option is going to be mind mind-blowing. One specific option is going to be life-changing. One specific option is going to be so rejuvenating to the point that everything is going to start making sense. Like everything dark and negative that you've actually been so far, everything is going to start making sense, because after this moment in time, my gorgeous Capricornians, you are going to most certainly start seeing things from a completely different angle. And this is ever so important to know and to understand, like, what do you need to maybe sacrifice at this stage of your life. But this is a willing sacrifice. This is a good sacrifice. This is the sacrifice that you did not even know how much you want to get rid of until the point in time happens on the 11th of January. Absolutely mind-blowing. So for the option that you will go for, it's the one that you've been waiting for a really long time, but there are going to be other very, very interesting options indeed. This is the direct result of your own intelligence, my gorgeous Capricornius. Now, this option that you're going to go for, it's going to be absolutely brilliant, because at the end of the day, it's like, it's to do with something that you're so passionate about, and this in itself is bringing a pretty much so, as I said, an unexpected ending on one hand, and then surprise change on another hand, and a sudden shift. Most importantly, it's going to take over. You're gonna become so passionate by the end of the day on the 11th of January, and I really, really like this. You're gonna reconnect with yourself, but you're also going to be thinking about a certain discovery that you had not that long ago. When it comes to the certain discovery that you're gonna be reminded of by the end of the day on the 11th of January, it's more about you making aware of somebody else. It's to do with something that you're actually going to hear prior to that moment in time, some kind of crazy information again on the outside, but then again, what you're going to hear, it's going to be very quickly confirmed to you, but it's more about you kind of like making aware of other people in your life. What have you become aware of? What is clear to you? No matter how ridiculous or how crazy this sounds, again, your spiritual message is to pass this on to the people in your life. Very, very important, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. Another crystal I was going to recommend you, it would be this absolutely gorgeous, natural, crazy lace. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this natural crazy lace. Absolutely stunning indeed. And this is going to, enhance your mental function. This is so important when it comes to enhancing mental function, when it comes to healing inner anger and tension, and it creates a sense of security and safety as well, So when we find ourselves doing things that we don't want to do, being surrounded by the people that we don't want to be surrounded by, when we find ourselves again feeling negative or paranoid or anxious, it really helps you with that balance immediately. It helps you with that balance immediately, and when you wear this, you instantly feel calm. But just remember that it enhances mental function, and this is so important when it comes to mentality, when it comes to thinking, when it comes to being on top of things, when it comes to making the right decisions, when it comes to us being completely indecisive, when it comes to certain things in life. It really does help us with our own grounding and recentering at the same time. Absolutely stunning. And this natural crazy lace, you can buy this comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link is in the description below. The next important date, my gorgeous Capricornians, is going to be on the 20th of January. On the 20th of January, you are going to have such a lovely little adventure, baby. A lovely little adventure you are going to have on the 20th of January. I really like this because it's not just so much about an adventure, but there are three things that are going to come out of it. Number one, you will know exactly so much how much is something missing in your life. Number two, you are gonna find out about something very, very interesting here, which is gonna think like, oh my God, where have I been my whole life? Something that can bring so much into your life, something that can bring so many Potential. You're gonna find out about some kind of potential here that is gonna bring so much like fun and so much of a beautiful energy into your life, as long as you take this seriously immediately. And also number three, the third thing that this mini adventure is going to bring into your life, it's gonna be about some kind of like, I don't know, you're gonna find out about some kind of a bastard here, somebody very sneaky, somebody very naughty, somebody quite vile, somebody really sneaky, somebody really naughty, somebody really kind of who likes to steal things and idea from other people, somebody completely dishonest, horrible. But this is going to work brilliantly, because that in itself, it's like kind of, I said that this is going to work brilliantly because you will know that person is going to like really contribute towards you, you know, that sneaky, cheeky, naughty, you know, that person is for some reason going to contribute so much for you to understand even further what a wise choice this is going to be, what a wise choice is that you actually became aware of on the 20th of January because of this sneaky, naughty, cheaty person. That person is going to actually play a wonderful role. That person is not going to do anything bad or anything nasty to you, but you will realize what people are capable to kind of do, the way people are capable to act and things like that. And because of this little bastard here, what you're going to become aware of, you will know in the future how to protect yourself. I really hope this makes sense. So this is going to lead towards you being intuitively guided right now to make a really wise decision here. And the wise decision that you're gonna make, you know, it's like, listen, I know that you're gonna be like kind of worrying about something here, but you need to be strong. You will know which wise decision I'm talking about here. But I know that there is something that is gonna worry you so much. Oh my God, if things go wrong, you don't think about it. Okay, you need to be as optimistic as you can. You need to think positive. You need to come out of your comfort zone. You need to come out of your shell immediately. But you know why? Because September 2024 is gonna be remarkable because of this. Because of this, September is gonna be mind-blowing. You will be able, I know it's a while until September, but it doesn't matter. We'll get there. Like this, time is flying. But by the time you get to September 2024, you are on one hand going to be able to get something and do something for yourself you ever weren't able to do before when it comes to finances and financial situation, like really good. But then on another hand, you are also going to reach a very significant and powerful stage of your life where you're going to feel so happy and so optimistic, so content. You're going to feel so proud of yourself with your achievement, and those people in your life are going to be so proud of you, my gorgeous Capricornius, as well. Okay, and also my gorgeous Capricornius, when it comes to the actual 23rd of January, for example, what are you going to come across? You know, there is something very unusual that you are going to come across, something really bizarre, really strange. And you must not be quiet about this. You must not be quiet about this. What you're going to come across, you need to voice your concerns about. Otherwise, this is going to in turn to become an unnecessary, very dark and very heavy emotional challenge that it's going to be absolute ages until you come out of. So for you, it's important to just voice your concerns here indeed. So do not forget about this whatsoever. The next important date, my gorgeous Capricornius, it's going to be the 26th of January. The 26th of January, you are going to feel such a powerful desire to change. And when it comes to you feeling such a powerful desire to change, you know, at the same time, there is going to be something is going to trigger this within you. It's you looking at someone really powerful, really amazing, really full of energy, full of life, and you will be able to connect to that person, and and the more that person talks, the more you're going to connect to this person. You're going to connect to this person amazingly in so many different ways. But what you need to also remember is that this is why you are going to feel this desire desire to change. Now when it comes to you feeling this desire to change, this means that your spirit is about to be awakened, and there are gonna be very interesting signs and omens which you're gonna have. So you need to be as open-minded as you can, because these omens and signs you're going to have on that day, on that very day, are gonna be leading you and guiding you towards something really specific. You will see again, I know I say this, you will see what I mean, but you will see exactly what I mean. The next important date, my gorgeous Capricornius, is did you really think, how dare you? Did you really, I'm joking, I know some people are sensitive, you know, but you know what, it's like, did you really think that I would forget? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my gorgeous Capricornius. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Did you really think that I would forget? Come on, be serious. No, I'm just joking. My gorgeous Capricornius, happy birthday. I wish you all the best. This is why all this is going to be so much better throughout this month, because this is your time. Your energy will be very strong and powerful throughout this month, of course, indeed. So the next important day is going to be on the 31st of January. I like this so much. On the 31st of January, it's a lot about justice. Justice. You're gonna feel delighted, because this is to do with a certain justice, and it's to do with something that you've been waiting for, whether this is to do with a legal process or whether you were waiting for someone to decide something for you. It's gonna be positive and it's going to work in your favor. And at around the same time, you are also going to get a very interesting and really wise advice. This wise advice that you are going to get, you will most certainly know what to do with it, because you are gonna start you're gonna start planning something. And I know that one person, you will know exactly that there is something that you're gonna need to start planning here. It's so important, and that in itself, it's really going to what are you gonna find yourself planning? You know, you're gonna find yourself at the beginning of a very beautiful journey now, after that moment of justice takes place, because maybe you were waiting for this moment in justice. Maybe you didn't even realize, you know, because this is something which is going to make such a huge change here. But the bottom line is that at the same time, don't forget that you are going to get this advice, and once you get this advice, you are going to start kind of planning something. And what you're going to start planning, it's like based on like a really positive experience that you had like a while back. So now you're going to be able to start planning, and you will be keep on reminding of that positive experience that you had a while back. There is somebody in your life who's really going to be, yeah, go for it. Somebody in your life, it's going to feel it so much, and this is going to mean to you. When you say this, what you're going to plan and what you're going to do, almost like if you were worrying about something. But on one hand, this is going to be brilliant when it comes to the actual people in your life. This is going to be brilliant when it comes to you kind of starting to let very new and very interesting people into your life as well. You know, this is socially going to be brilliant for you, my gorgeous Capricornius, but also when it comes to like some kind of a really important manifestation coming through by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, by by November 2024, very important manifestation of yours is going to come through. It's to do with some kind of wish, you know, that it's going to come true. And that in itself, it's also going to be so important, because in between now and November, you are going to be so busy. You are going to learn so much about your life and so much about yourself as well. You are about to go on the completely next level, completely different level of your spiritual journey. This is how much it's actually going to be happening throughout the months of January. You can imagine, my gorgeous Capricornians, what the rest of the year it's actually going to bring. Absolutely brilliant indeed. And also, when it comes to those of you who are single and when it comes to those of you who are in relationships, my gorgeous Capricornians, when it comes to those of you who are in relationships, you know, there is some kind of a bickering that you are going to have. There is maybe some kind of a little disagreement that you are going to have. And when it comes to this bickering and when it comes to this disagreement, you know what? I know that this is going to sound really weird, but you are going to be the one, of course. You're going to be the one who is going to be in right. You will be right, okay? So say to your partner to stop talking. No, I'm joking. You're going to be right. So when it comes to that disagreement and when it comes to that little bit of bickering that you're going to have with your partner, it's nothing like major, it's nothing like awful, but I know that it's going to be important, and I know it's going to happen at around the 19th of January as well. But it's going to be important because you are most certainly going to be right, because almost as if you're going to be a little bit angry, but then you are going to come up with a very, very interesting solution, something new. You're going to come up with something new, my gorgeous Capricornians, and what you're going to come up, you're going to surprise yourself. This is all about what you're going to be bickering about. So suddenly you're going to come up with something new and you're going to really surprise yourself. And that in itself is going to be like kind of even more to prove to your partner that you were right all along, but now even more so, especially when you see what you're going to come up with. You're going to come up with something so clever, so smart, so intelligent, you know, and of course, because you're smart, you're clever, intelligent, but you know, you just need to understand that this is going to be brilliant indeed. So that you need to explain to your partner that you're going to be right, of course. And then by the end of this month, you know, very interesting opportunity you're both going to have. And the interesting opportunity, this is going to really start very important new stages where both of you are going to feel so much happier. But none, because there is so much that it's going to be that you can both look forward to. But none of this would actually happen if you both did not take it seriously what you are going to say and what you are going to suggest. Absolutely brilliant. So when your partner says something, just tell him to zip it. No, I'm joking. No, but you know what I mean, yeah? And also, when it comes to those of you who are single and ready to mingle, my gorgeous Capricornians, you know, it's like almost as if, like, you know, you are actually going to like somebody for the just short of period of time in January. You're going to see someone and you're going to fancy someone and you're going to like this person, but it's just like very quickly, very soon, like maybe a few days later, maybe a couple of weeks later, you're going to realize that this is not who you thought that this person were. You know, you will see that this was like kind of somebody else. Nothing bad, nothing horrible, but it looks like somebody, you're going to fancy someone so much, and then suddenly something is going to happen, and then you're going to realize that you do not feel connection to that particular person whatsoever. So this is why, you know, after that, you're going to kind of like walk away, move on from that, and then a little while after that, you are going to have a really beautiful and really positive experience, my gorgeous Capricornians. A really beautiful and really positive experience. This beautiful and positive experience, stranger in the night. This beautiful and positive experience, you know, it's just like, that's how I can explain it to you. It's going to be real. I'll be completely straight here. You know, it's going to be beautiful experience, you know, Mr. Lover. Beautiful, you know, you are going to have a beautiful experience. This is going to be necessary. This is going to be needed. You're going to really be enjoying yourself. You're really going to be enjoying yourself. And you're really going to see how much you're missing certain things in your life, you know. And then this beautiful and gorgeous experience that you are going to have, something is going to happen to you, something so significant. There was something that was missing in your life that is going to come to you through that other person, because this beautiful positive experience that you're going to have, it's going to happen with somebody else, you and somebody else. But there is something that you're going to gain through that person. There is something that was missing in your life. And what was missing is going to come through that person, but it's going to be as evident. It's not going to be as obvious. And you're not going to take none of this seriously. Don't get me wrong. This is an important part of your personal progress, an important part of your personal evolution. So you're not going to take this seriously, what is going to happen with this particular person, but you need this, because what are you going to get out of it? What are you going to get out of it? It's important. It's to do with an experience which is not going to be obvious in itself straight away. It's only going to start becoming obvious later. Something is going to happen and you're going to come out of your comfort zone. This is what's all boiling down to. This is what I'm talking about. Which means that after the end of January, from the beginning of February, you are going to be ready to let somebody new into your life. Indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Capricornians, I love you all so much. Once again, Happy New Year 2024. And this year is going to be so much better than the last few years indeed, especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Capricornians, okay? I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and love to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.